so they clearly like this. It's funny because deer are edge creatures, so you see they pick right here at this little edge that Jake's got in the middle. They walked right down this little grass edge and ate all the edge of it.
So Jake, here we are in the sunflower plot. You mentioned a little bit about probably around end of July, beginning of August, you put everything down. Look how quickly these things pop up. Mark, if you'll just get us a wide shot here of this entire plot.
The great thing about this is it's not just a deer plot. You know, that might be why we put it in, but all the other insects, and we've got quail out here that love this. There's the ability for all of our other migratory birds. We can come out here and ID different sounds based off of what's running around here. Right now is a great time to get out and see all of the other migratory birds that we don't think about near as much.
Steer it for a couple minutes on each side and throw it up. Another big hunting season coming up, deer season specifically for Muscogee Nation Wildlife. Tell us a little bit about your excitement for it and really what everybody out there should know about how we handle hunting season here at the Muscogee Creek Nation.
Well, so 2 years ago we were able to pass our updates to the wildlife code. Before that it had been 20 years since it had been completely updated. We were able to get those conservation regulations passed, went through National Council, really appreciative of their support that they've given us, and being able to really get some season dates and bag limits there on the wildlife atmosphere as a whole. So what we were able to do is pass the tribal resolution that gives us all of the season dates, bag limits, but also it made it official that citizens do not need to go out and purchase a license from anybody. All they carry around is their proof of citizenship, and that is their hunting license. That's their tags, that's everything that they need. The only thing that we do ask or we do require is if they're under 31, they do have to have a hunter safety certification. Where that comes from, there's lots of different avenues, and we are working to get one that's established through us. We have put on a hunter safety course ourselves. We were able to have one of our citizens that was a trained instructor. He came out, joined up with us. We put on an event, had a pretty good turnout, so that was great, and we hope to do that again in the future. But October 1 is going to open up our deer season. We do have some seasons open right now. It's September now, so we're into dove season, about to have September resident goose season. We've got all of those coming up, and everything's posted on our website, so we're really excited about that and really hopeful that everybody will go through that process. We also do require you to check in your harvest, but rather than going through any outside entity, we have our own. So all you have to do is go to our website. You can click on a big button that says harvest check-in and check that in. You can take that carcass ID that you're issued to a taxidermist, you can take it to a processor, or you can just take it home, make sure you're good to go. And if you do leave the reservation, it's a valid number, so it's not like something that's just for in here. You can take it wherever you're from or wherever you're going, take that meat with you and actually be able to extend the arm of the wildlife outside of the reservation as well.
You guys have done some neat stuff too around the ranch as far as making accommodations for youth hunts, things like that, to where we're trying to get our youth, you know, invested in wildlife. Hey, maybe this is an area for you. I mean, a lot of our kids, they like, you know, basketball, baseball, whatever. Some like the wildlife,
yeah.
And we've got to be able to provide the resources and an avenue for them to be able to explore that part of growing up. And I think that's what you guys have done that's so neat, is made that an avenue that these kids can pursue. Talk a little bit about some of the stuff that you've done to prepare the ranch for those type of things too.
So the ranch specifically, we've got several different food plots that are in. We run cameras so that we know what are coming in and make sure that we put our youth in the best spot possible. But something that I think is overlooked occasionally is the properties that we have specifically in Hannah, Dustin. Tiger Mountain is a great property as well, where we go out and we manage those areas. We put in the food plots, we put in all the same time and effort, and those areas are not going to be anything that is only dedicated to the youth that get selected through our process. So those are open areas. All they have to do is apply for a permit. They sign a little waiver that they are able to get an access permit. They put it on their dash. They can drive through any of those drive to any of those properties, and then they're walk-in access only. But there's tons and tons of wildlife and tons of outdoor opportunity out there for citizens to be able to access and have somewhere to go.
It's got a map for everything. We've got the gates that are marked as well. If anything were to happen, you can always get a hold of us here. This is my cell phone, Light Horse Dispatch. Get a hold of our game ranger as well. But then once you're able, if you find a property on there that you want to take into consideration, be able to access, all you got to go is click on here, upload a copy of your citizenship card, fill that out, give you your county, make, model, sign your name, click submit.
So is that to go out and scout too?
Yes, so for anybody to be out on the properties that we manage, we do require them to have a permit, and all that does is it takes you to the liability page that allows them to be able to make sure they have all of their information taken care of. It releases the tribe of any liability. If you go out, let's say you're walking down the road and you twist your ankle, they're not going to be able to sue the tribe at that point, but it's not anything crazy, anything out of the ordinary. And it is just an access permit. So as far as that goes, if you're hunting on your own land that's on the tribe's within the boundaries of the tribe's reservation, you don't have to worry about having that permit. All you do have to have is your proof of citizenship, and then you just check in your harvest there on the harvest report system, and you're good to go.